Welcome to the channel A31 Avo. Today in the Santa Cruz Mountains, Adams Ridge, officially Los Gatos, California. We're replacing what was originally a long planter sleeve. It underperformed. The cage failed before it got established. So a gopher got in there and chomped down the roots. And so we pulled it, and then we're coming in with this 15. A gem for a gem, but this one's a proven one. Holding Fruitset. On 15s holding fruit, it's been 50-50. Some of them do good, and then some of them struggle. So again, that's why I'm not taking the chances. I'm taking it off. But I know this is coming back. I'm going to whitewash it, and it's coming back. I see bud swell. And then I've hit it with like B12. I've tried to revive this, and it's going to come back. If anything, maybe some gypsum. So, but yeah. I want to be even better. So it's going to be 1 cubic feet of the premium potting soil. Some biochar. I found a burn pile. I saw some biochar, so I'm going to do some couple shovel loads of the biochar and then 2 sacks of play sand. I'm going to turn this over several times till it's the consistency that I like. And then I'm going to whitewash that. I'm going to whitewash the gem with, again, it's the tree trunk white originally, but I dropped some pigment in it for a higher end look. I don't like the white look. Dad's slippers. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, check it out. I'm mocked up. It's going to be half buried, and below the cage, thoroughly blended, properly draining, like at least 16 inches. Okay, and then give it some feed. Just so it chases some nutrients. Something light. Scratch it in. Now present the plant. Okay, take a look in the hole and in the cage. Nice clean white roots. The bottom was pretty root dense, and it was definitely time. Now backfill, and then gently scratch in some fruit tree fertilizer as I'm coming up. No more, altogether, no more than 16 ounces, no more than 2 cups. All right, there it is, and call me rookie. When it comes to avocados, I do not risk years of progress for a couple dollars worth of a can. So, pop the bottom, slice vertically in the cage, significantly mound it up. It'll sag and settle a little bit, but we should still be above grade. Next step is remove fruit. I think that's it. I was at it a little bit earlier. I'll keep an eye while I'm painting it. Next is whitewashing. Looks good. I feel good. That right there is top dressed fruit tree food. I'll scratch it in right now and mulch. Take a look, heavily mulched. Back on the drip. Painted. And then let me pinch. Again, I want it to go multi-shoot dense. There's like a couple of lanky spots, but yeah, we want it to fill in with some more foliage, so pinch strong leads. All right, just a tiny bit. This one too. You could shape too, leave it on an outward facing bud. And then this should also drive root growth. Entering the fenced-in garden, this is going to be a complete walkthrough on all the trees in here and a Fruitset report. So this is the star gem right here, and it's ready to go again. Again, it was pinched, but again, it's nothing to it. It's bouncing back. If you see in the middle of that forked out 2 shoots, that was a pinch. Plenty of pinches all on the top, and it's still pushing. And the Fruitset, check it out. A lot of Fruitset. Some now even in the thickening stage. As thick as my nail. Okay, that's the gem. Its mom, the Gwen. It's growing really well, but we have to take off the fruit. Gwens will fruit themselves to death. They're very disease prone, or somewhat disease prone, as per a viewer who works in the orchards, and I have to agree. So let's just work on establishing this one. There's already plenty of Fruitset, and you'll see. So we're not trying to really pressure the Gwen. The Gwen, she's gonna be our foundation, our breeding foundation. We're basically replicating the UC Riverside program right here. So yeah, remove all Fruitset on the Gwen. You'll always forget one, you'll always leave one, but keep an eye on it. Look at that panicle. See how many fruit on that one panicle? Too much. So yeah, Gwen, highly precocious. But again, don't let it overdo it early. I'm gonna take it off for the first 2 or 3 years. You see, big fruit for such a small tree already. All right, I'll come back to it, but for the sake of time. And then this is Carmen Haas, Mendez. And again, some even bigger than my thumb. Okay, this was flowering. This vegetative sucker was just getting away. Take a look at the caliper. That's assigned the lead at nursery. And then this just suckered out and ran away with all the vigor. However, I had to hard prune it so that some of the energy is diverted to the fruit production. And hopefully this is our fall bloom. Our fall bloom. There is some Fruitset on it. On that axis on this shoot. But hopefully we get more. I want to like double load this tree with spring and fall Fruitset. Zutano, our rootstock. California industry standard is Zutano seedling rootstock. We're going to be using Gem and Zutano. But yeah, check it out, Fruitset. fruit set and thickening stage. And then some just barely peeking past the wilting flower petals. Okay, more right there. Let's see what it decides to keep. And this is Gem Clonal Rootstock. Gem Clonal Rootstock. Again, this needs to come off. All this needs to come off. Take out flowers. Okay, it's too young. It's too young. I think this got planted last year. But yeah, let's keep pushing for the sake of time. I'll be back. But yeah, just know that Gem's really gonna want to do it every year. Not recommended for the first 2 years. 15s on the following year, they've been setting fruit and it's been 50-50. This is that newly installed one. This was a long planter sleeve. Now it's a high mounded 15. Take a look. It's up off the ground. And again, this was a proven one. It already had fruit set, but I took it off. And again, this was a 15. This one was super loaded. It had like over 10 fruit. But again, this is a result. Highly stressed, vulnerable to disease, but it's coming back. It's coming back. That gray stuff is some biochar. And then I'm gonna run some systemic fungicide. The liquid cob. Maybe soil drench. And then this is a Hass. Again, take a look. Super loaded. Super loaded Hass for sure. Fruit set everywhere. Small tree. Okay, no taller than 6 feet. Take a look at that fencing back there. And this vegetative shoot, again, I pinched it, but look, bounced back. So let's pinch some more. All the other ones I want to take off. 3 or 4 pinches. Again, if it's gonna come up, I'd rather it come up multi-shoot. I'll make decisions later and clean up intersecting branches. But take a look at that right there. Super loaded, super loaded. And then over here is a lamb. I might replace this, but then again, I don't know. Here it comes. So we'll see. I'll be keeping an eye on this one. I removed flower so it focuses on vegetative growth. That's the lamb. This is another Hass. And again, these were Home Depot Hass, so that awkward either 7 or squat 10. Not 15s for sure. But yeah, this one finally came on with flower and right away. Bang, fruit set. Let's keep going. There's going to be some standalone trees with some individual cages, deer cages. Alright, coming around, this is propagation operation. Those are some good Carmens right there. And then nursing some underperforming ones, but we finally got it. This one right here is a Hass. Again, a Home Depot Hass. Right here at the edge of the cliffs, downward sloping. Retention might have been an issue, but it's finally come on. It's growing. It suffered a setback. Suffered a setback, but now it's coming. all the tips are pushing a new red flush. And then this one right here, it's bared fruit before. This is bacon B-type pollinator. B-type pollinator. It took a year off, but now we're seeing Fruitset. Trying to get you there. So there's Fruitset. We're gonna have bacon. And then this right here, jam on clonal rootstock. Again, it has Fruitset. Remove it. It's too young. And then right here was the underperforming Gwen. The Gwen held fruit, and then it just never came back. So we came in with the gem. If this needs to be anything else, we'll top work. But gem is excellent. Let's hope it takes. And yeah, this was a 15. Not a Southern California 15, that's a local Northern Central Coast 15. Our 15s are going to be a little bit smaller, but they'll get there. They'll get there. We have both. We have Southern California 15s, Central Coast, Northern Central Coast 15s, and then even Santa Paula, Ventura County, double grafted clonal rootstock sleeves. So yeah, we're going gem heavy. Gem heavy. And then just a couple cross pollinators for sure. One more thing. Let me show you. Agave's doing great. Take a look at this crown opened up. It'll get cleaned up, and I'll show it once it gets cleaned up, once it gets weed whacked. But then look at the striata. The zebra. Variegated. So this is the striata americana. Mexicano. And then let's go down there to a wild plum rootstock that's grafted. Wild plum grafted with pluots. And then that's what we want to see, Fruitset. So we have pluots on this wild plum rootstock. And another one right there. Another graft and another fruit. So I'm pretty excited about that because I might have forever altered the landscape here in the Santa Cruz Mountains. If a little squirrel eats that pluot, runs with it, we're now gonna have wild pluots throughout the Santa Cruz Mountains. Stay tuned. Peace.